Hey everyone, welcome to the Beautiful Life Today channel. My name is Chris, and some of you may know me from the Chris DeRose Love channel on YouTube. The Chris DeRose Love channel is a beauty channel where I give beauty tips and hair tips, and I wanted to create a second channel that was more geared towards how to live a more beautiful life, how to live a more joyful life. It's a lot of things that I've been learning, specifically over the past few years, that I wanted to share on a channel that was solely dedicated to this topic. I plan to vlog on here pretty frequently because there's so much stuff that I've been learning over the past few years about how to live a more joyful life. It's amazing because I think that there's so many people out there that are trying to, figure out, how do I look forward to my workday? How do I live a life with more passion? How do I just really tune into my core and not be so obsessed with the future? Or how do I disconnect from things that have bothered me in my past? People are on a constant search for happiness, and so it's really great to indulge in these materials, and I'm really looking forward to sharing with you a lot of things that I've learned along the way. A lot of this journey that I've embarked on is about self-discovery, really tuning into my core, really figuring out what do I need to let go of, how to unlearn negative thoughts or negative thinking patterns and move in a more positive direction with life overall. My interest in creating the second channel actually stemmed from a video that I did on the Chris DeRose Love channel called Perfection, and I'll link it somewhere here. And pretty much the point of that video was to dig into this constant need that a lot of people have to be perfect in everything that they do, and score for the highest accomplishments in academics or whatever it may be, their career, what have you. And I wanted to address that in particular because I know what that's like. I know what it's like to just be totally focused on always doing my best, and there's a consequence to that. There is a part of you that actually I won't say dies, but there's a part of you that actually suffers when you're constantly outwardly focused on accomplishments and, attaching your identity to those accomplishments and what you're trying to achieve, versus really zoning into, maintaining your core identity, focusing on your passions, and just keeping yourself whole overall. And so I really enjoyed that video, mostly because of the response I got. I really like the fact that people messaged me and left comments that made me realize, this isn't just a few people out there that feel this issue. There's a lot of people out there that feel this issue, and not even just about perfection, but about living a more joyful life. And so I just really had a lot of fun digging into these materials and just figuring out how to just zone into the present, let go of the past, let go of anxieties about whatever, lies ahead in the future, and just really zero in on living a more joyful, peaceful present. So to give you some background on me, I was pretty much this student that was very type A, very goal-oriented, just focused on accomplishments and perfection with pretty much grades and all that stuff. I was very determined to do very well in high school, got into Harvard, and afterwards I went on to Fordham Law School and passed the bar, became an attorney, and the whole time I enjoyed my academic experience, and I really enjoyed being a student and learning and all that, but deep down there was always something kind of nagging at me saying, live a more joyful life, and it's okay to pursue what I was pursuing, but really zero in on my passions and the things that I like to do on a daily basis. Not just always be focused on the next grade or the next thing that I need to do, but really just zone in on the present and just live life and enjoy life. There came a point that I said, I really have to roll this back and figure out, okay, what am I missing? Because if I live my life solely for accomplishments and for achievements and attach my identity to those things, I may be missing out on perhaps what my heart is telling me in terms of, something that I should be pursuing that is different than what I originally plan to do, or, you know, my core passions and things like that. So when I embarked on a path of self-discovery a few years ago, I just learned so much about the things that, you know, made me happy, and things that I really like to do, and the things that I want to do in the future. And most importantly, being able to live in the present and not be so obsessed with, you know, the past and things that may have happened in the past, or be so obsessed with the future and what could happen in the future. Simply just zeroing in on living a happy life today. And that's why I named the channel A Beautiful Life Today, because in essence you should be living a beautiful life today, and that's what this channel is dedicated to. It's interesting because I've had conversations with people in different walks of life who seem to have this, you know, this issue of attaching their identity to their accomplishments and constantly craving achievement to make them feel good about themselves. And it's interesting because I know what that's like. And I know what it's like to, you know, constantly aim for something and, you know, get really excited when I achieve it, but when I don't achieve something, completely feel like, oh my gosh, you know, and kind of crushed by it. And that's not the way that you should be living life. You should be living life constantly in a joyful, peaceful mode, and not, you know, attached to whether or not something does or doesn't work out. A great way to see it is that your accomplishments don't make you who you are. You are the one that actually makes your accomplishments what they are. Everything comes back to you. It's so easy, I think, to be outwardly focused and not zeroed in on, you know, on who you are and what makes you happy and what your passions are. It's almost like your accomplishments can act like a veil, and you have to be able to pierce through that veil to, you know, your heart and to your passions and to your joy and the things that make you happy. Don't focus on what other people tell you will make you happy. Some people may say, well, you'll only be happy if you take this career path, or you'll only be happy if you go to this school, or you'll only be happy if you live in this state or this country, or what have you. You cannot find your true passion or your true joy, especially that joy that's going to really get you excited every day, if you listen to what other people are telling you. Because in all honesty, I'm speaking from personal experience, there are a lot of people who will give me advice on what they believe my core passion should be, or my core interest, or my career path, or whatever, and they're still trying to figure out their stuff, or they're not really happy with what they're doing. So when all is said and done, you really have to listen to yourself and not be so outwardly focused. Really zero in on you. I have a lot of stuff to say on this topic, especially with the fact that, you know, I've met so many lawyers, for example, that are so dissatisfied with their jobs and, you know, what they're doing. And so I have a whole other video that I'll talk about on that subject, because there's so many people out there that have chosen career paths that are not in alignment with what they truly want to be doing in life, and they feel like because of the pressure of the economy and so forth, they have to stick with that path, and I completely disagree. So, but that's a whole other topic, a whole other video. So I'll stop the video here, but I encourage you to subscribe, share this channel with your friends. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks.